The nice guy trap. Why being nice isn't the same as being attractive. Have you ever met someone who's genuinely a good guy, but somehow he always gets overlooked? He gets passed over for promotions, he gets friend zoned, taken advantage of, never really respected. Then another guy walks into the room. He's not mean, he's not arrogant, but everyone seems to respect him automatically. Why is that? Why is that some guys just automatically get respect and others are often overlooked or considered to be nice guys, just pushovers? Most men think that being nicer will make them more attractive. I think it's making many men just less respected. Today, gentlemen, we are going to break down the nice guy trap. A couple of things. We are doing our meetup at the end of this year. We're doing late September or early October. I have the form listed below. It's linked at the bottom of this video. Fill it out if you're interested. We're going to Cartagena, Colombia. We're going to be there for around 4 days. It's going to be an amazing trip. Going to have a lot of high performing guys in this trip. We'll probably do some workshops, go out, do some day game, night game, sparring. Going to be a great trip. You don't want to miss it. Make sure to fill out that form. Also, I am doing one-on-one coaching. Shoot me a DM and I'm more than happy to work one-on-one with you. So what is the nice guy trap? This happens when being nice becomes a trap, when you avoid conflict, suppress your opinions, and put yourself last. Kindness is a choice. People pleasing is fear. That's one distinction that we need to make, is that kindness is a choice, something that we decide to do. And people pleasing is usually doing it out of fear, doing it for motivations of compliance. And men usually fall into it because we're raised to be liked and not respected. We're taught compliance, not confidence. Adulthood requires leadership, boundaries, and assertiveness. And we raise boys to be liked and then expect them to be respected men. So it's the compliance part again. You're raised in a certain way, do this at this time, go to this class, don't speak when you're not supposed to, raise your hand to go to the restroom. So you just start to get programmed into this compliance. A lot of nice guys are taught since they're kids that they need to be liked. They need to be that nice guy that is always accommodating. But I think that it comes from a good place. But the problem with this is that people don't respect nice guys, right? They don't respect them to the same extent that they expect a guy that has a stronger frame and backbone. And especially in dating, women don't respect nice guys. They take them for granted because they're testing their backbone. They want a guy that has a stronger backbone, that stands up for his beliefs and can put them in their place more than anything. That's very important because they want a leader at the end of the day, where it really comes into play in dating. So being nice is not the same as being attractive. The cost of this is that when you seek approval, you give away your power. And the typical nice guys that you will see are the following. The first one is the conflict avoider. The one that never says no, never disagrees, keeps everyone happy. And the cost of this is that people stop respecting you because you don't have the faculty to say no to things. You want to keep everyone happy and you're avoiding conflict all the time. Sometimes conflict is inevitable and you need to know how to handle it correctly. The approval giver, this is always chasing likes, compliments, attention, over invests in everyone. The cost of this is that his attention loses value. It's the same as gold, right? Like gold is a scarce asset and only certain amount of people have gold. Bitcoin is also a great example of this. And like a dollar bill, right? It doesn't have too much value. It's just $1 because it's very easy to acquire. So it doesn't have that same scarcity that gold does because gold is rare. Same thing with your attention. You have to put more value on your attention. In this case, attention is the asset. And when you just give it away to everyone, you overinvest in everyone, you lose a lot of that attention because it doesn't have any more value. It doesn't have that scarcity anymore because everyone can get it. You are selective on who gets your attention. That is when it has more value. The rescuer always solves problems, always trying to save the day. He's Mr. Captain Saberho. Never asks for help, feels responsible for everyone. That usually ends up in burnout. Hidden expectations. So I did all of this for her. Why doesn't she like me? That results in disappointment. Self-abandonment puts everyone else's goals above his own. That usually causes resentment. The fastest way that you can identify this in dating and game is the guy that's always over texting. He's over explaining. He's always available, seeking reassurance, trying too hard. Attraction grows when you're comfortable being yourself. It doesn't come from overdoing things. Going back to that cat analogy, when you're always trying to find the cat, trying to chase him down, the cat always wants to avoid you. But when you are just doing your thing, you're focused on yourself, you're not giving the cat any attention, the cat usually just comes on its own will and sits on your lap. That's the same thing in dating. When you're doing all that extra shit, you just become a repellent for women and with your game. Attraction grows from value, not from over availability. How does this show up with our money, in our career, and at work? This usually shows up by taking extra work, never negotiating for a higher salary, never negotiating for better terms of what you want, avoiding disagreement. Staying quiet keeps you safe, but rarely moves you forward. If you can't disappoint people, you'll never be able to lead them. A lot of men struggle with getting respect, with automatically commanding more respect. And usually you get respect by the way that you handle yourself, by the way that you move, your aura. When a man respects himself, people automatically feel it around him. The way that you see yourself, the way that you carry yourself is instantly felt amongst people. When you respect yourself first, everything else follows. And there's a great quote that I like by Bruce Lee. I actually have it here, where he says that don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy and cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life. You're not changing, you're also choosing. When you start to avoid this nice guy trap, powerful advantages start to come into play. You build self-respect and you begin to earn real respect. And that often comes from developing those stronger boundaries. When you value your time and your energy, you protect your peace. Honest communication, you speak directly and with clarity, no games, no fear. Emotional independence, you don't need constant reassurance from others, you stay grounded. You're happy and content with your choices and who you are. Confidence under pressure, you stay calm when challenged or tested. You don't crumble to keep the peace. It's easy, you see this a lot in shit tests, right? With game and dating, is that you're going to get shit tests. It's just part of it. It's natural. Women are going to test you. A lot of guys crumble under that type of pressure because they don't have that frame. They're falling into this nice guy trap. They want to be liked. They want to be that nice guy, and they don't stand up for what they actually want. Or if they didn't like something, they don't say anything about it. And that is often tested in dating. You have to stay calm when you're challenged or tested. Don't crumble. You keep the peace. Stand up for what you want. Be assertive on what you want and speak up. Respect first. Respect creates attraction, trust, and opportunity. People follow men, not people pleasers. So this is where the image shift comes into play. This is the key takeaway, is that we need to stop asking, how do I get people to like me? And start asking, how do I become a man that I respect? At the end of the day, this is what you can control, is becoming the man that earns respect, not what external people are going to think about you. Kindness without boundaries becomes self-sacrifice. The way that you respect yourself, the way that you look at yourself and treat yourself is the way that the outside world is going to treat you. But if you don't have any respect for yourself, if you're always talking down about yourself, if you have those self-limiting beliefs, the world is going to treat you accordingly. But if, on the other hand, you see yourself with high respect, you carry yourself at a higher standard, people, women, men are automatically going to treat you in the same regard. So gentlemen, that is the nice guy trap. It's important to avoid these traps. Like I mentioned, we are having our meetup at the end of this year. We're going to Cartagena, Colombia. Cartagena is an amazing city. If you ever wanted to leave the States, this is a great opportunity to do so with other high performing guys. So if you're interested, fill out that form. It's linked below. Also, if you need help with applying any of these skills, leveling up your frame, your dress game, dating, shoot me a DM. I'm more than happy to work one-on-one with you. You follow me here on Images Power. Just shoot me a DM and I'm more than happy to work one-on-one with you. As always, stay fresh. Stop being that nice guy. Put yourself first, respect yourself, and stay confident. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.